the stream up now because I'll probably forget because I'm tired. Actually, I guess I'm not. I mean, I've been more tired than I am right now. So we're on what, episode 5, episode 4, episode. It is 5. Dang, calling Vito a dirty bitch right in general chat. Uh,
Huh?
oh, it's in the game over chat. Vito, you
Okay, I'm back, but I
dirty
just had myself on
bitch.
mute.
Why did you not accept?
But I
Uh,
am back.
all right.
Oh, I've been here. I'm doing what he was
Bethany.
doing. I'm eating.
No, you're good. We'll, we usually take a few minutes before we actually start to just ramble incoherently. And to get this pre out of the way in a second here. Yeah, we got to get some tabletop simulator games going. Especially since Luke claims he knows how to play Clue. I have my doubts. I don't think anyone actually knows how to play Clue. And
I do.
do you actually know though? Like if we were to just like with no instruction booklet like on Tabletop Simulator, we just put the table out with all the cards and everything, you could set it up and explain how to play.
I mean, it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure.
No, see, you're saying exactly what all of us said when we went to go
Like,
play. This was like months and months ago though, and when we got there, no one actually knew how to play.
I mean, I haven't
Butler
played,
didn't.
and but it was me and my cousin's favorite game to play. Like, anytime we hung out, we were playing Clue.
Yeah, like
But
we
Oh,
used to
I,
play it too,
I mean,
like
we're all adults now, so
like
I mean,
20
it's
years
been a
ago. But
while.
yeah, I don't remember. Like I know you go into rooms and you say it was Colonel Mustard with the candlestick and the library,
Mhm.
but that's the extent of my game knowledge of how to actually
And then
play
you
Clue.
go around the table, and if someone has it, they show it to you. But once you reach a person that has something, you don't continue going around the table. You only get one hit.
Oh, all right. So
Hmm.
clearly, we need to recruit you to the Clue game because you might know what you're doing. Luke just linked a PDF of the rules that no one's actually going to read.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
so.
I mean,
All right, I'm gonna get this ad break out of the way real quick, and then we will start. You need to do the thing. I don't know what that means. That could mean anything. All right, so yeah, we got 2 minute ad. Then we'll do a little recap. If someone wants that free hero point, then we'll do the other stuff. Oh yeah, bonus hero points for Resi and Cinnamon. Though I feel like Cinnamon kind of cheated to get hers.
What?
How did I get mine?
Oh, it was for the happy birthday thing. The rest of you, I'm very disappointed in you. If I had feelings, they would be hurt.
Oh, that's why we're not really caring.
Well, that's why you don't get a hero point either. Because I don't. In
Alright,
fact,
then
I'm
that's fair.
taking away your hero point. Celine, -1 hero
Oh
point
no.
for the
That's
next
horrible.
month.
The next
Now
month.
Celine has to do the
Wow.
recap to get her hero point back.
Well, that'll just break her back to even at 0 because she's at -1 for a month. That's a lot. That's a lot of hero points to be down.
That is a lot.
rude.
It's true. ads aren't terribly broken. I want to watch Andor. I keep hearing it's good. I've never seen it. There's so many things
The
I
first
need to
season was good.
Same.
watch. I'm never gonna watch any of them though, realistically.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who plays Fortnite, I was like, last season didn't really capture my interest in any way, but this whole season, this new season, is apparently all about Star Wars. I'm like, damn it, I gotta go back.
I don't think I've ever played Fortnite. No, I stand corrected. I think I tried it once when it first came
Never
out.
have, and I never will.
And I think it was me and Vito, and we went in and we're like, "Yeah, no, I'm good," and we uninstalled, and that was the end of my Fortnite adventure.
That and Minecraft.
I did play Minecraft.
No
Minecraft is
interest. I prefer 7 Days to Die.
I've not played Minecraft in like 20 years either, though. I think I haven't played that shit since. No, not 20
Is it
years.
that old?
No, it's actually now that I'm looking, it was probably like 12 years ago. It was like when it was still new. Like when I was in college, I think was the last time I played it, and that was around like 12, 13 years ago. So. This fool complaining that we've got 20 hours of ads when I watch it and it's 3 minutes.
Didn't you play Minecraft with a dude where you like drowned him in lava constantly in like the
Dude,
room?
that was Sushi in the chat.
It was?
That's where I met that guy. Wait, was that you? Man, I think.
I thought it was someone from school. I thought it was like
Dude,
Esteban.
no,
it is.
like, Sushi was there for sure though, but it might have been Esteban. And we would just go to his house with buckets of lava and just pour it all over his house while he was in there. Yeah.
Just constantly.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah, so that was a long time
Not
ago.
too bad.
Yeah, it was a while. All right, so who wants to do the recap? And why is it Celine? No pressure, Celine.
Oh, God. Um, we went to talk to the kobolds. Was it kobolds?
Yeah, you guys had talked
Okay,
to the
yeah, that,
Mythlets earlier, and then you went to talk to the kobolds down by the river cave.
Right, and we found out the statue that they've been stealing from each other.
Yeah, the kobolds' religious
Was just-
statue.
Yes, was just they thought it was a game, stealing it back and forth.
Well, the Mythlets thought it was a game. The
Um,
kobolds didn't.
Yes, that the kobolds were taking it seriously. Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Keep going. You're on the right track. You're getting there.
We
You guys met a certain kobold who seemed pretty cool, pretty friendly guy.
yeah, and then
An asshole.
we did trade a bunch of stuff.
Well, that was to
For
the
things?
Mythlets to get the statue back. Yeah.
Right, which we did get back, and then we gave it to. We didn't give it to the leader. We gave it to the guy that lost
Yeah.
the leadership,
Yeah, you gave it to the old
and that
the old
pissed off
chieftain.
the. Yes, and that pissed off the new chieftain.
Yeah, he's like their religious leader. Tartuk, however you say his name.
Tartuk.
Should also be noted at one point you guys
Um,
were considering committing genocide against a bunch of kobolds who were just trying to get back their religious symbol.
But we weren't considering
Yeah, just
genocide.
because.
We challenged them for leadership. That's different.
I don't know. Sounds
we
an awful
didn't.
lot
We-
like genocide to me.
Geneva
Genocide is
Convention
wiping the
Genocide is
pound.
Geneva
everything.
suggestion.
Well, I
We're
mean,
just taking
here's the
sides in a civil war.
here's the thing though. Like, if you jumped one of them, do you honestly expect the rest not to jump in? Like, what's to say you're just gonna stop there? I wouldn't trust you guys. I know you
I
guys,
mean-
so I
wouldn't trust
definitely
either.
wouldn't trust you guys, knowing you guys. So if I didn't know you guys, I
What's
wouldn't
not to
trust you either.
trust?
Exactly. If you have to ask. But please continue.
So we gave the statue to the old leader.
Smoke
Didn't get to
scale.
that part. Yeah. And then we pissed off the new leader because we did that. And were we about to start a battle? Or did
No,
we?
you
We
guys,
ran.
you guys left.
Or we talked our way out of it, didn't we?
No, you guys just kind of
No, we
left.
just ran.
You didn't even bother to talk your way
Or
out.
we just left. Oh, we left
Yeah.
before it happened.
Left a lot of
That's
XP on the
correct, yeah.
stable. A lot of XP.
Yes, we did. Um,
And then where did you
then
go
where
after
did
that?
we go? That's a good question. I'm thinking about that.
Like, you guys are right here.
Didn't we
We
go back to?
headed north, and we found the spider house cave.
Oh, right, the spiders. And we did fight them.
You guys
We
did.
killed like 4 or 5 of them.
It was 4, yeah.
And
We
then,
found Oleg's friend.
Yeah, you guys.
all right.
You guys met Boken briefly, who you killed his pet spiders because you guys are assholes,
Lies.
or at least
That
that's
was a lie.
That's what I told you guys.
I remember that live.
But yeah, and that's kind of where we left off. Yeah, left out a few minor points, so that'll put you back at 0 hero points for this session instead of negative
Awesome.
1.
I'm very happy about that.
What would a negative hero point do?
It means if you roll a hit, I get to re-roll it to see if I can make you miss.
Of course. No, it should be a natural 20.
Ugh.
If you get a natural 20,
Then I'm gonna re-roll it to make you not
Tell
get a
me to
nat
roll.
20. Exactly.
Or-
It's perfect.
exactly.
That's you know, we
There
should
you go.
add that to the channel rewards. We're gonna call it a negative hero point, where
yeah?
they can make you re-roll a
Negative hero
successful
point?
roll. Yep. It's called.
Make sure I piss
I'm
somebody
gonna
off.
call it re-roll FU because that's kind of
Oh,
what
wow.
it is.
Wow.
FU in particular.
I'm kidding.
And we'll make sure to
Oh,
use that
no.
on the GM.
Nope.
Yes, please make sure you use that on
Luckily,
the
Hero,
yes.
I can
Yes,
neither.
yes,
Well,
yes.
Yep.
all right. If you
No,
want that
no.
to be usable on me, that means
Don't
I can
care.
I also get hero points. Then it's not
Oh.
not a one or the other. It's
I thought
a
you gave
both.
yourself one of
I
them.
don't. I've never given an
You've been-
enemy.
You've been
or
talking
an
all this time
NPC.
about giving yourself hero points.
All right, that's fine. I'm willing to take that for me too. But just know, as the DM, I'm just gonna give myself 100
Ah.
hero points every session, and
Oh, of
you're the
course.
only one who's gonna lose out
For
on
what?
this.
Why
Because
do
I'm
they
the
keep
DM.
hit-
I don't need a reason.
He is a god.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh, you want to re-roll it? Well, I'll just
Yep,
re-roll.
back
I'll
for-
re-roll it a 3rd time and a 4th time and a 5th time till I get the nat 20 again.
Okay, that backfired.
Yeah. No, I think just not having any hero points at all is probably better. So yeah,
Yeah.
I generally
I think you
don't.
rolled.
Besides,
you rolled one on that
I'm not
nat 20 though?
I'm not actually gonna put that in anyway. Just like you don't actually have negative hero points, but
Oh, okay.
I am pretty good at delivering lines in a serious tone
This
when
is
I'm
true.
very obviously not serious. All right, so yeah, you guys will meet Boken, assuming you guys climb back out of the cave. Everyone, go ahead and give me an athletics check. I am really curious to see how it goes getting out of this cave for some of you guys. And I think the viewers in chat could use a laugh because some of you guys are not going to hit this DC to climb out of the cave,
well,
which is a
since I have a
DC.
plus
It is a DC
zero.
20.
Yeah, this is
It is a DC 20,
what?
down from 25
No.
because you guys do have a rope.
Never.
Can I
would.
just fly?
Oh, whoops.
Well, I mean, as a sprite,
Um,
you could fly and grab onto the side and then wait a couple seconds to get energy and fly up a little higher and grab onto the side.
I did not mean to roll that.
But some of
Did
you
use the
guys,
athletic?
yeah, it's athletics.
Land +0.
Like, you guys do have a
I'm
rope,
gonna-
and it does
I'm gonna
help.
need to
There
be-
is a wall there. It does help, too. But if any of you guys are old enough to have ever had a PE class where they made you climb the rope in the gym, you'll realize that that is not as easy as you might think it is.
Oh,
Mhm.
Like, you're pulling your dead weight up a rope that, how far did we say the hole was? Like, it was like a good, 40, 50 feet down into the dark. That's a pretty substantial climb.
I thought it was 30.
Even 30's gonna.
Yeah, I mean it's still a lot, but I mean if
Yeah.
nothing else
I'm
we can.
going to be living in the hole from now on.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, same
Grax.
here.
I'm actually gonna say we'll actually lower the DC. But
Rex will throw people.
weirdly enough, the actual module itself has it as a DC 25, which is kind of insane for this level. Um,
Yeah.
and I honestly feel like even 20 is kind of high. We
Yeah.
will do a DC 15, which for some of you guys means you only have a 25% chance to get out of this cave. But for the rest of you,
Yes.
you know, um, I hope you've rolled your alts because you might be living down here now. With Rezi, apparently, who's strong but can also seem to. That's the hammer, Rezi.
And me.
And me.
So it does take
I
some
mean we just
time.
You might
we just we just need to get one person up to the top, and then we can start tying the rope around everyone's waist and pulling them up.
You'd actually be surprised at how hard that is to do, too. Lifting someone else's dead weight up a rope is also not easy.
Fair.
But we will say that it does take you guys some time. But after, maybe 15, 20 minutes, because I assume Rezi will definitely get up in the next check, almost certainly. Between Rezi and Grax, and Ariel also has a beefy athletics score. With three of them up there, fishing the other two elves up shouldn't be too difficult. And when you get to the top, this older gentleman, does he have art? Let me check. I'm not sure he does. That is incredibly disappointing. He does not have art. But he is an older, I don't want to say eccentric, but just kind of think of what you would expect of like, a hermit living in a cave might look like. He's got like his potato sack, like little dress type thing that he's wearing with like, this really long beard that's kind of streaked with gray through his hair as well. And just has, just a slightly, or I get more than slightly, but just a very disheveled look. Kind of waiting for you guys at the top. And he says, "Oh, I didn't expect to see anyone here. What are you guys doing here?" That's very interesting.
Rosie, Rosie kind of speaks up, and she's like, uh, "Well, we had heard from Oleg that someone might need a little bit of a hand out here, and that there were spiders that were kind of causing an issue and getting access to some items. So we, kind of found the spiders um, and didn't see anyone was home when we were looking around.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone's lived in this house in ages. Look, it's all collapsed. But yeah, I definitely. I guess an Oleg sent you out here then.
Yeah,
That Oleg, he's a decent enough guy, I guess. And I assume he sent you out here because he heard me complaining about not being able to get into the caves. I actually supply a lot of the healing potions to the trade post, but some of the supplies I need are down in the caves, and then there's a couple other things that I also gather somewhat locally.
Yeah.
He says,
Well,
but
he kind of looks back at the entrance. I was like, well, I don't think the spiders will be bothering you in that cave any longer.
he says, well, that's awful kind of you. Here, I want you guys to have this, and he will give you guys. Wow, you guys actually have a shitload of potions still in there, but I'll just add a couple more that he's giving you guys. He will give you 2 of those and 2 of those. Gives you 2 minor healing potions and 2 lesser healing potions, kind of as thanks for clearing out the cave. And he's a fairly spry older gentleman, and he kind of just goes crawling like headfirst down the side of this cave tunnel.
Wait, where's he going?
I'm going to gather things. I'll be back.
Resi kind of looks over. Is like, should we wait for him to come back to see if he needs any help, or?
Eh,
Yo, you don't need to wait. I'll be fine.
we didn't see any eggs down there, did we?
I mean, there were probably eggs down there.
Yeah.
But
Resi kinda shrugs
the
and is
eggs were more like the size of maybe like a softball, as compared to the spiders when they're fully grown that were more like the size of like a small horse.
Probably.
I guess I'll be fine.
I mean, apparently he does it all the time, so he's probably fine.
yeah, probably.
He
Yeah.
says, "Do let Oleg know I'm okay, though. I haven't been around in. Well, I don't even know what day it is, but just let him know I'm okay. And if you guys
Will
need
do.
potions, make sure to come back out. My hut is actually about 15 miles or so northeast of here.
Hmm.
Should be the only structure you see for miles out that way, so it shouldn't be too hard to find."
Okay, well, don't get stuck down there.
Oh no, don't worry. I have a potion for this. Spider climbing.
Oh, no, he tells us.
We actually used some of that earlier.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
Hey, man, can we get some of that potion?
Unfortunately, I only have the one, but if you come visit me later, I might be able to help you guys out.
Resi shrugs. It's like, yeah, and she's just kind of retrieving her rope and her grappling hook and all that. Like, all right, well, it sounds we don't need to linger. So, he kind of looks up at the sky to see what time of day it is.
Still probably maybe like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Not horribly late yet. You still have some daylight hours.
Well, it's like, yeah, she kind of notes that and it's like, well, it sounds like we can probably put some more distance towards Oleg's at this point, since he kind of shrugs of like, outside of finding like the main bandit camp, we don't really have anything else pressing in this area now that we've helped him.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys will spend kind of the rest of the afternoon heading back up towards Oleg's, and you make some decent enough progress in these kind of flat plains and like gentle rolling hills with your wagons. To you don't quite make it back by the end of the night, but you definitely you know get closer. And I'm gonna try something here. I'm not sure how this works, but watch this square right here and tell me if something pops up. Once I remember where I left the button to do that. Is it this button? No. That button? No. Yeah, I don't remember how to do it. I'll look it up while we continue. There's a way to show you the general stuff about the squares that you guys have uncovered, so that you have that as a record, but this module is super complex and has a bunch of things that you don't normally do in games, so.
Valid.
So yeah, you guys will settle in for the night with your giant entourage of people. And let's see what tomorrow's weather brings. Oh, it actually might be from here. Might be where I do that. Let's do some random weather rolls. Sunny. And Stolen Land. Okay, there's how you guys establish your kingdom. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to. We'll figure that out for next time. All right.
Okay.
No random encounters, it looks like. You guys have a good night's sleep, wake up the next morning, and then on back to Oleg's. We'll move you guys over to the Oleg map. I do like the camping mod. It actually solves a lot of problems. It just makes a lot of things easier by rolling everything all at once. All right, so yeah, you guys are back at Oleg's outpost. Oleg and Svetlana will come out to greet you all. You guys have been gone, what, like a week almost?
About, yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, just short of a week, I think 6 days. And Oleg, he looks pleased to see you all, but obviously he's not really one to express those types of feelings. Whereas Svetlana actually seems to be genuinely relieved to see you all again. She says, "Oh my, it's actually wonderful to see you all again. How did your venture into the stolen lands go, into the greenbelt? Did you make much progress towards your objectives?"
Yes.
Yeah, we've definitely had our fair share of interesting encounters. Uh, he kind of looks over to Oleg, kind of digs into her pouch and moves to give him the ring. I was like, we did stumble across this.
He says, "Oh, it's Svetlana's wedding ring. Thank you. Wow, I'm actually. I know I was hoping you would find it, but I admit I'm actually kind of surprised. I assume that means you dealt with the bandits as well, then."
But yes, we
Oh,
though y- y- we dealt with the ones that were specifically were the closest to this area, the ones that have been coming back and forth. We found their camp and took care of them. Though we're still looking for the stag lord himself.
Oh yeah, somewhere down to the south is all I know.
Yeah,
Um,
we
I
have a. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I heard them mention a river, but there's like actually a couple rivers around, so I really couldn't say
Yeah,
specifically.
we found where a couple of places they're crossing, but one has a supernatural creature, um, and was burned down, and the other one is quite rickety, and she kind of looks at the others, and none of us really have the engineering skills uh, to uh, to cross it, at least not without doing a great detour. So we, yeah, so we, well, yes, we did take care of the bandits. We met some Fae that had been stealing from the bandits and actually were the ones that had taken the ring. But also, your alchemist friend is safe. We did help him with his little problem.
Oh well, that's nice. He's
But
he's
yeah,
a little strange, but he seems a decent enough fella.
yeah. And she kind of like digs out the. So I'm assuming like they would have everyone would kind of pooled the amulets together.
yeah.
So she kind of hands over the ones they've gathered and was like, uh, that was like proof of the. No, do we turn these into you for the quest board, or is there someone else that we would give these to?
Well, as far as I know, the guards they're sending over from Restov should actually be here tomorrow if what the messenger said is true. So you should be able to turn those in directly to them to get paid for the job. Um,
She nods and is like, all right, and stows them back away.
and as for the ring, I don't really have too much coin to offer you, but I will give you guys 50 gold in trading credit that you can use at the outpost for any items you might need.
It's like that. Given that we're going to be
Each of
making
us?
Oh no,
no,
that's total. Unfortunately, we're not exactly a big outpost as you can see. But who knows? Maybe if you guys are successful out here, that might change.
I don't do it for the money. Eh.
The Kingdom of Cinnamon appreciates your generosity.
Resi rolls her eyes.
That's
The
that's an
kingdom of cinnamon.
that's an interesting kingdom name, but I suppose I've heard. Well, no, I haven't actually heard Stranger now that I think about it, but. A burnt down bridge, though, you say, huh?
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that was to the east. Um,
Did you tell about the
southeast.
guy in the water?
Oh, I said a supernatural creature, but yes, it
Oh,
is.
I'm gonna assume that you are probably talking about Davik. He got the idea to, head east and south a little bit to the river and build a bridge over it in hopes of setting up a sort of toll booth um, to use his bridge. I assume the Stag Lord's men gave him a similar ultimatum that they gave me that he's either to, cough up most of his profits or at least a large sum of it or be killed. And since the bridge is burnt down and you say you encountered a supernatural creature in the river there, I'm going to assume he chose the later.
Yeah, he
Ugh.
wants us to dump the Stag Lord's body in the river once we take care of him.
Yes.
Well, I know the Stag Lord does have a bounty on him as well. But I suppose if you just take, well, they say he wears this weird stag helmet. I suppose if you keep the helmet and toss his body in the river, that would be proof enough. Since I don't think he'd be willing to give up the helmet, otherwise.
Well, that's actually good to know. We just had a charter to come down here and take care of things, so well, we hadn't even been informed of the bounty yet. But
Yeah,
yeah, she'll
I
nod.
don't know the specifics. Assuming that the bounty is still valid, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Um, though I guess since they sent you here to set up this kingdom thing, I assume that help with that is all on the condition that you get rid of the Stag Lord. So maybe that's all just kind of rolled into one.
Maybe. She kind of nods and rubs her chin. But yeah, but that was to the southeast. There's an intact bridge, which we assume is probably what they're using, um, to the southwest, kind of further along the river. But it, she kind of looks back at the wagon. It's like we can only go across one by one, and the wagon is just right out. So when we venture out again, we'll probably have to find, a short spot in the river to make a crossing to explore further southwest.
Yeah, that makes
We could
sense.
leave. We could leave the wagons here.
That
Okay.
was actually what I was going to suggest as well. If you know you're going into more difficult terrain and the like, it might be best to, you don't want the bandits to murder your horses and leave all of your supplies stranded out in the middle of nowhere, for example, in unfamiliar territory.
Hmm. That is true. That is true.
We could trust you to look after
Oh yes, and
our
probably be
stuff.
even better once the guards from Restov arrive tomorrow. I'm not much of a fighter myself, but as we've not had any more visits from the bandits, and you guys claim you cleared a camp, and then the ones that were here when you arrived, I assume we should be good for the time being, provided the Stag Lord doesn't try to march up here or. No, I can't imagine he'd leave his stronghold, but should be safe here, especially once the guards arrive and maybe get this place back into working order. It used to actually be a little fort, but it's obviously fell to disrepair. Like we have these catapults and whatnot, but all of them are broken. None of them can really be used at this point. But
Do you know where the Stag Lord's fort is?
all I've heard is it's down south, maybe near the river. Well, definitely near a river, a lake, or something. They would have to have water close by, I would assume. If they're to set up any, you know, anything resembling an actual fort and not just like a little makeshift camp.
Hmm.
And you
Well,
said
that's
we
not.
found his friend, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
already
We
told him
did
that.
mention that.
Hmm.
So yeah, I was like, at this point, um, it wouldn't kill us to spend a day waiting for the guards to
Yeah.
arrive to turn in the amulets, and then just to make sure that there's no issues here, and then yeah, we can leave the wagons and the horses and just pack the potions and whatnot that we need with us, um, and um, and then yeah, and make our way
Agreed.
back down southwest.
He says, "Yeah, you're feel free to make yourselves at home. Um, we do have the guest rooms you all can stay in, and yeah.
Can we move around?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, the game's paused. My bad.
He doesn't want us to.
No, I mean you can move
We're
around. It doesn't
trapped where we
doesn't.
are.
All right, fine. I'll trap you where you are. That seems to be what you want. I don't know why, but
See? See?
I don't know why
Told
that's
you.
what
Knew
you. I don't know why
it.
that's what you want, but I'll allow it. Actually, I was looking for cool bear art for Pepper on the other monitor.
I thought she gave you one.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
that one
thought
that's
she
just
did.
like a generic bear picture. I have a bear picture here where the bear is wearing like a headdress with like flowers on it. It's pretty sick.
And you
Aw.
think that's better.
And then I have this other one where he's fucking wearing
Pretty.
armor. He looks dope.
He's
It
fucking?
looks
No,
like
we don't
a
want that.
zombie bear.
Like he is thugged out, this bear.
What about my raven?
I'm working on that too. Since your raven seemed like it was all right. Dang, look at this one. He's got a necklace on
Well,
and
he hasn't done
everything.
anything yet.
I mean, it's a familiar. Unless you're a witch, chances are it doesn't do too much. But
True.
you guys are just wandering around through all the houses. But yeah, the rest of the
Find stuff to
evening
steal.
will kind of pass by. Mostly uneventfully. You guys will definitely get together at some point. Svetlana will cook some more dinner. Um,
Cinnamon's just being nosy.
Svetlana will actually notice your basket of radishes, Cinnamon, and inquire as to where you got those.
Oh, around.
Oh, there actually used to be a radish patch, um, not too far from here to the southwest, where we actually used to get radishes for soup. But since the bandits started coming around, I haven't actually had much time to go down there and gather anymore.
There's a farmer there.
Yeah, there's a guy who's laid claim to the patch and he just hangs out and eats the radishes.
Oh, that's
But I gave him some money and he seemed fine to give me some.
hmm. Well, maybe we can work out some trade then with this gentleman. I'd certainly love to get radishes back in stock here for meals and the like.
Cinnamon will just hand over some of her radishes, be like, here.
Oh yeah, and she'll take them and go to start making some soup for the dinner. Um, she obviously seems very thankful about the radishes and the information leading to, potentially acquiring more radishes in the future. And eventually, you guys will settle in for the night. It is a nice night. Nothing crazy happens. And we'll roll to the next day just to check the weather. There's no chance of a random encounter. At which point the guards will arrive. Oh, it is rainy today, though. And where are my guards at? Probably just Google guard. There they are.
Am I stuck here?
Stuck where? You should be able to move just fine.
It says the
Oh,
attempted
you're underneath.
movement.
That's because
Uh,
you closed the door while you were still in the door.
ah,
You can't move through a door you closed yourself inside of.
She locked herself in.
But yeah, somewhere around maybe like 10, 11 a.m., you do catch sight of a number of armed individuals coming down the road. And sure enough, it is four guards wearing Restov uniforms that come marching into the fort. Svetlana and Oleg will go to greet them. Um, you get the impression that Oleg was expecting, maybe more guards than they sent, but Svetlana doesn't really seem, to share that thought. Um, Fortunately, the
Do the
guards
guard
go good.
do the guards look like guards?
Yeah, they're all wearing their Restov guard uniforms. Will immediately come up and introduce themselves, though I don't have names for them. Um, so we're just gonna go with Alvin, Simon, Theodore, and Dave
Ah, that's good.
because we needed four quick names. Otherwise, it was Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Scrooge, but that didn't sound as good.
There's Donald too, but no.
Actually, yeah, but he wasn't in Ducktales. He doesn't count. He was there occasionally. I guess Launchpad could work too, but we're
Was he?
getting off topic. He was in a couple episodes of the old cartoon. I'm not sure about the reboot one they did a while back.
Oh, I haven't watched it in a while.
But yeah,
Find notes.
the leader of the guards, Dave, will be like, "So how's the exploration coming? Lady Jumandi was curious to see how things were going. Apparently, the oh gosh, what was that guy's name? Hold on one sec. Something Varn. Pull up his name here real quick so I don't get it wrong. It's not that guy. It's not that guy. Magar Varn, who you guys did meet at the briefly at the banquet. This gentleman here. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, they'll kind of give you like a status report. Apparently, he's already established some diplomatic relations with the Centaurs to the east on the other side of the little mountains. And is currently actually already in the process of establishing Varnhold, which is to be the city that he is, the kingdom he's establishing in that part of the Stolen Lands. As for the people that are out further west and further south, um, they've not heard much from them yet. So, it's so,
Hmm.
it's so quiet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What do y'all recommend?
rainy. Why would we go anywhere?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean,
Ruined my
you don't.
hair.
You definitely don't have to leave tonight. You can spend one more night. If you guys want to turn in those amulets, that could also be
Oh,
oh
yes.
yeah, the
a thing.
Oh yes,
amulets.
that's
Uh,
Yeah. Rizzy will approach one of the guards, one that looks like they're in charge to do so.
yep. And turning over, that's Dave. Turning over the amulets, he will give you guys the 30 gold. Um, Not each. It is 30 to split, but and tells you if you bring back six more amulets, they will pay you another 30 gold. So I'll drop some gold in the stash here. we'll just if you had any ambulance on you, there should have been at least six. You can just
I
delete them
just
out of the
put mine.
inventory. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it gives you guys a little bit more money. Is there anything you guys want to try to pick up? I mean, I think you guys should have a little bit of money, right?
You say we had
Um,
that credit?
And you have, yeah, you have a 50 gold credit, and you have 39 gold to split amongst you guys in
prob
the
probably
stash.
pick up
So
some
we
more
add
rations.
so we add 50 gold?
No, it's 30. Hold on. I'm also gonna,
30? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sell your, and it's 30 to split. It wasn't 30 each. So
You
if we,
said
Wow.
just delete the
That's
stag
rude.
lord
yeah, if you
ambulance.
have the Stag Lord ambulance, you can just delete them. So get another gold from that leather armor at half price. Um, the one short sword is worth another 4 silver. I assume you guys are gonna sell the excess random weaponry. The three things of crates of furs and pelts, he will take off your hands, and he actually will give you full price back for those because those are considered treasure and not gear. So that's
Okay.
another 45 gold. Um, and I think that is it. So yeah, there's currently the potions, rations, the various tents, and like 86 gold. Um, Actually, is it 10 silver per gold, not 100 silver per gold? So you have about 98 gold, 5 silver in the stash. But yeah, if there's
S-
anything you want to purchase before you leave.
Some rations would do us well.
Probably,
I
yeah.
mean,
All right, so
we have
right now you
a
guys
lot,
do
but
have,
still.
yeah, you guys
That's
have
the
fucking, what is that? 10 there, 10 days. Jesus Christ, you guys have you guys do have a big party, but you've got like 80, 90 rations on you. Um,
And if we do need any more, I can always go out and hunt.
right.
that is true. I mean, you could definitely pick up more if you guys think you need it, or if, like I said, if you want to just consult general items that are, level 2 or less, not magic stuff, but if there are magic items that level you're interested in, you have the gold, Oleg will offer to put it in order from Restov to get it, basically sent out this way with a trader.
Where would we
Mm,
do that?
If you want to just look at general items, you can probably just go to Archives of Nethys. Let's see here, general items. Let's see what comes up. All equipment. There's a lot of stuff.
Pavilion tent, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll link to the equipment thing, and you'll see all the tabs at the top. There, honestly, there is a shitload of stuff you could potentially buy. I don't know if any of it's stuff you want to buy. Potentially, you guys might want to start saving for striking runes for the melee when you guys hit 4. You guys are getting closer to 3, and striking runes are going to set you guys back 65 gold per melee character.
My
Um,
character doesn't really need
well, no, no, no.
anything.
You need a striking rune too. Otherwise, your damage
No,
will never scale.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
Yeah,
need anything, so I'll
Yeah,
save
cause
for a good striking
that's
room.
what I was gonna
yeah,
say. Yeah,
cause
'cause
Ramornia will need one for the summons. Rezi will need one. Grax will need one. Arya will need one. The only two people who really don't need it is Cinnamon and Celine. So 65 gold times what is that, like 4 people? That's
yeah,
260 gold. So might be worth
yeah.
it to just
Quick
save up.
Yeah.
saving time.
All right, and yeah, the guards will kind of spend, even though it's rainy out, they'll spend the better part of the afternoon seeing what they can do about these broken down catapults, as well as just kind of trying to mend um, the broken spots in the palisade that goes around the trade post. And eventually, everyone will come together for dinner again, which won't cost you guys any rations.
I'll
Uh,
see if the guards need help with any of that. And
Yeah, I mean they'll
Do what
definitely
I can.
yeah, accept help. A couple of them are, you can tell they're just kind of doing what the other guy says. It seems like their leader guy is more familiar with, engineering, or at least siege machinery maintenance and stuff. Um, and yeah, so yeah, you'll spend some time doing that. Eventually having dinner again. And everyone roll me just a d20 roll. No modifier, just flat d20.
Wow, that was horrible.
Why did it roll two? Okay.
Because you deserve to.
You did 2d20.
Yeah, I only hit it once though.
Roll some stuff here too. Oops, that ain't the right roll. Hold on one second. Let me. That's what I want. All right. So.
We all get hypothermia because we're standing in the rain.
No, I mean the temperature's actually good. It is raining a little bit, but it's not like super cold out. Um,
I'm used to
maybe
weather like this.
yeah, maybe like mid to high 60s. It's actually not that cold. In SoCal, we call that still shorts weather because I mean it's raining, but it's still nice out. And let me consult my little list here. So as you guys are, kind of talking and everything else, one of the guards, just kind of, talking about what they know about the area. Um, One of the guards mentions that he heard rumors that there is a swamp witch that's currently living out in kind of the marshy areas to the northwest of Tuskwater. Which, if we go to our map here, one sec. Let me move you guys over here. So this body of water here is basically Tuskwater Lake. Um, and the rumor that he heard, at least, is that there's this swamp witch that lives kind of out there in that marshy area, kind of to the northwest of it. Um, and then, she does standard kind of haggy things like, consorting with demons, stealing children and boiling them alive, and this stew she makes in her magic cauldron, and just being generally you know,
Sounds like this woman knows how to have a good time.
all right. But yeah, that's kind of what you guys pick up during the the little dinner you guys have with the guards, who are more than happy to like chat and everything else. After spending a few hours kind of trying to get the fort into better condition.
Yeah.
And we'll push ahead a day and see if you guys have found a good day for venturing forth. Oh, okay.
Snowing.
Nope, no snow. It is a nice day. Um, the rain had completely cleared up overnight while you guys were asleep. Um, Not a lot of clouds in the sky either. It is a bright, beautiful, blue, sunny day. When you wake up, there
How
are.
long?
Oh, good.
How long will the guards be here for? Are they like
They
stationed
as
here long?
they are stationed here permanently until they receive orders
Okay.
otherwise. And yeah, two of them are already kind of standing watch. I mean, put them there on these little things, kind of overlooking the thing, and they've also kind of managed to get this thing to block the gate that they can kind of throw over if they need to provide a bit more defense to the place. We'll just kind of spread them out around. So what do you guys want to do?
Mm, I suppose that now that everything's cleared up, we can start making our way back down to the bridge to adventure further. That's my vote, at least.
Seems
Yeah.
like a nice day for adventuring.
Indeed.
All right. So
Indeed, indeed.
is the plan to leave the wagon behind, or is the
Yes.
plan to still bring the full entourage wagon and everything else?
Nah, we'll leave it behind because our goal is to go to that crossing and the wagon would just get in the way.
That's true. There's really you would have a very difficult time getting a wagon across that.
We don't want to leave the wagons alone, so
Well, I was gonna suggest
yeah.
potentially you guys do have Amory with you, Lindsay with you, and Valerie with you. You guys could potentially take the wagons down to the bridge, and set that up as sort of a temporary kind of outpost. With them waiting there to stand guard, while the rest of you continue across the bridge to explore, kind of the western side of the river there.
True.
Or you could just have them also defend the trading post, pack up
I
some
rather them
rations, and
I rather them stay behind at the trading post to be honest.
all right.
Help the guards.
The rest of you guys good with that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, Amory, Valerie, and Lindsay will stay behind with the horses and everything else, and also just to keep the stuff you guys do still have in the stash, safe. But now keep in mind, so right here, you're going to want to go into the stash. If there are potions you want to bring with you, you might want to put them in your inventory, since you will no longer have the wagon to carry them.
I'm gonna take one of the extra potions if that's okay.
That's fine.
Because yeah,
I have other potions on me anyway.
yep. So the
Yeah.
rest of you, if you need a potion, it might be a good idea. Um, you know,
How do we do that again?
you can
Uh,
just drag.
P.
Yeah, push P to go to the thing, and you can just drag some off. I think it's what Control or Shift drag off to pick the number you want to drag off of the stack. Um, and also for rations, I'm just going to delete the two bottommost stacks, which should get you guys there and back if my quick math. 5 days? Yeah, that's a good 10 days worth of stuff in that bottom stack. So you'll still have plenty of rations in the wagon for when you get back. Um, there's also the crude map and the those bottles of herbal liquor, um, which I'm not sure if I had mentioned it before. Um, Actually, I'm not even sure you guys got that info. Never mind.
Huh.
Uh,
But
do we
yeah,
want to take the liquor with us?
I mean, it's up to you guys. You know.
I will.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
I will say this.
You never know.
That, yeah, that that as most people have been using the wagons as the tents, um, you may want to procure a. If you don't have a tent, you might want to procure one.
Yeah, there are some pup tents in there, which are basically just for one person.
Mhm.
There are 6 of them in there. Ariel already has her tent.
And yeah, Resi has one too. I just know that we had kind of bought a couple of 4-person tents to use for the wagons,
Yep.
and that's
Mm.
what's been used. So that was just kind of a
Ah.
reminder for everyone.
Yeah.
So I need to grab my own tent.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll probably want to grab a pup tent.
yeah, they are in the stash. There's 6 of them. I assume that Grax will probably sleep outside. So for the other 3 of you,
Yeah.
there's easily enough tents there. If you each take one, there'll still be 3 in there, and the 4-person tents that you guys have attached to
I'm
the
totally
wagons.
comfortable
So
on the
just
ground.
take one and drag, and it should
Yeah,
only
yeah,
take one.
yep. That's all you really need. For the rest of you guys is just one each.
So we should each take one?
Unless you want to sleep outside, I mean,
No.
How do I take only one?
it's either shift or control when you
Control.
drag. Yeah, it's
I
control.
think it's control.
And you should just be able to hold that button, drag it off into your inventory, and it should let you. Because I don't think you want all 6 of them. So yeah, Celine took one.
You can also change the number on the thing when you move it.
Oh,
I
I
can.
should
That's what I did.
Okay.
I should take
Thank you, Celine.
some rations.
Yeah,
so just-
I already calculated the rations. I just removed the other ones. You guys are good for basically about 10 days with the
Okay.
rations I removed, which should you know
Plus,
that
we have some deer left over.
yeah, like you guys should be
A
all
little bit.
right. So all right, so yeah, you guys have your potions, you got your stuff, your herbal liquid if you want to bring it. There's 6 bottles of that left.
Might as well. We might need it for trade or something.
That is true. Someone wants to drag that into their inventory. I assume it'll be Resi or Grax probably.
What are we grabbing? The liquor?
Yeah, the herbal liquor.
Yeah, Resi will. She's got more than yeah. Her she hasn't even reached anywhere close to encumbered, so she'll take it if we're taking it with us.
All right. So yeah, you guys load up and head out early in the morning.
Yeah.
So what is the path you guys want to take to get back? Without the wagon, you guys can only generally move like 1 hex a day, unless it's kind of open, in which case you can move a bit further. If you do go this way, for example, you could probably get like a good 2, but obviously through here is going to be slower. But yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
go
we'll
around, it'll be
Yeah.
about 2 days to kind of skirt the forest back down to this bridge.
And Resi's fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and
Yep.
basically you guys will camp again on the. We'll jump our little calendar ahead here. Jump ahead 2 days to see where we So yeah, it'll be on this morning here that you guys will
On the
arrive.
second day,
Yeah, rolling way too much rain.
I would like to use my feature or whatever to my survey wildlife and see what I can find to hunt.
All right, give me a second here. We'll see. All right, so give me a blind survival check. Also, there's a reason it's raining a lot. The weather mod actually syncs with the Galarian calendar and its actual seasons for the part of the world you are currently in, which is the wet
Ah,
season.
lovely.
So,
Good to know.
I ca Grax doesn't mind the rain.
Of course she doesn't.
so you do find
I don't have hair that gets frizzy.
signs of what you would expect. Deer, uh, boars, stuff like that are definitely, kind of frequenting the area going in and out of the forest, especially as you get closer to the river with the bridge itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, now there'll be no shortage of, wild game to potentially hunt.
I will try to hunt some game.
All right, so give me a blind stealth check, and we'll see how close you can get to.
Oops, sorry, that wasn't blind.
No, you're good. Um, so you don't really have any difficulty, finding things to potentially hunt. The difficulty you're actually having is that every time you get close enough to potentially, or not even like getting even close enough, like you're usually still a ways out, but you keep, just like teeny mistakes in footing and other stuff just kind of keep giving you away before you can get close enough to kind of secure a kill.
Hmm.
But you guys will make it to the rickety bridge on this lovely rainy day. Um, the bridge definitely doesn't look, very sturdy or stable in, the sunlight. And the rain is definitely not doing it um, any favors. Between, like the missing boards, the kind of like rope bridge supports on either side that also look frayed and worn. Um, and then the rain on top of that, it definitely looks like it might be a little extra perilous to try to cross today. Um, but you do potentially have other options. Without the wagons, you guys could definitely kind of go down the side of this cliff, swim across the river, which is moving a bit faster than usual, also from the rain, and then try to climb back up the cliff on the other side. Um, you could try to go across the bridge in the rain, or you could, maybe just take some time and try to wait for the weather to clear up to give you, the best shot of making it across.
Uh, Rezzy's not one to back down from a challenge. I was like, and he's like, we
Does
can
it
always.
look like treacherous?
Oh yeah, 100%. It looks treacherous even without the rain. You add the rain to it, and it's pretty bad. And the rain is also coming down much harder today than it had been on the previous rainy days. You have some
I'm with
thunder and lightning out.
I'm with Resi. I'm kind of like, go for it. But
Yeah.
I look
He's
over
like,
the others and
I mean, I could flutter across, but it looks kind of dangerous for you guys.
Yeah, I mean
Especially
Rezzy.
the
those with low athletics.
the
I'm good
um,
waiting.
the bridge itself is about kind of 20 feet above the river itself, and like I said, the river too is also moving a bit faster from this heavy rain that is coming down. Um,
I've
and,
really
it,
been rolling bad.
and it's kind of down in this like gulch between these kind of rocky hills on both sides, which would also require kind of climbing down, swimming and climbing up. going across, or
You guys know how to swim, right?
Resi nods. Is like, yeah. Resi nod is like, yeah, and it's like, so if we cross the bridge, then we make it across, and if we don't, then we just swim anyways.
Brax kind of nods at that.
Oh
So I
boy.
mean, yeah, if the other three are like no, then I mean she's not gonna like push it, but given like if she's asked her opinion, she's all for like doing it.
Same.
I mean, Ariel being a swashbuckler is obviously going to be like point me towards the peril. So obviously her vote is kind of going YOLO. Um, but what about the rest of you guys?
No.
All right, only one way to solve this. Fight to the death. Go.
Resi blinks and it's
You
like,
first.
I mean, and it's only about like probably a little over like 40 feet to get across this bridge. So it's not. It is a decent sized bridge, but it's not like it's like 100 foot chasm you're going across on this rickety bridge. Um, but yeah, I mean it's kind of up to you guys. Fight to the death if you want. That seems a little extreme, but you know
right.
you only live
Yeah.
once.
Yeah. Resi kind of looks at the others. I was like, so are we camping or are we doing this?
I say we do it.
I'm willing to give it a try.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right. So what is the strategy you guys want to employ here? And I do highly suggest that you guys really think about it. Like you guys definitely have um, the means to potentially ensure a more favorable outcome, but I can't just tell you what they
Well,
are. I can only tell you that you should give it some thought before you go. Like you're committed to go, but that doesn't mean you can't take, a minute or three discussing potential options.
How
do we have
solid do
rope?
the bridge supports? Yeah. How solid do the bridge supports look?
Um, Not very solid to be honest. I think I told you guys when you guys found the bridge the last time. Someone rolled, I think, a really, really high perception. I think it was either Celine or Cinnamon. You definitely get
Which
the
is why the reason why I did
impression
not.
that going across this bridge, maybe more than one at a time, one or two at a time, is definitely going to be a recipe for disaster.
That yeah, that much. Like, and I know like the whatchamacallit, the like the planks like there we have some missing and all of that, but like just like the bridge supports on either side. That's what I was the
Yeah,
mostly
it's
curious
it's
about.
it's kind of just in equal disrepair. This bridge looks like it's been here for a fairly long time and neglected for a very long time as well. Even
Okay.
the supports, even before any of you step on it, just kind of swaying in the little bit of rain and wind that's coming down. The supports and even the planks and stuff themselves are still just kind of creaking and groaning already.
Hmm. Resi kind of looks at it. It's like, well, okay, so we're gonna do this one at a time. So, um, we could probably you should like we got 50 feet of rope, and this is about only about 40 feet, so could probably have um, someone go across with rope and that around them, with the rest of us holding it, and then maybe see about having the rope as kind of a um like she kind of tries to think on his plate. It's like you have one person on the other side with the rope holding it, and you have the rest of them holding it over here, and so it's kind of taut, and then just everyone kind of walks across the bridge one at a time with
That's
like
what
holding on to the rope.
that's
Sounds
what I
smart.
was thinking.
she doesn't have like a word for like what it is. So yeah, but she's just kind of
Yeah.
explaining it. But and that way, if whoever falls, well, because
You can
I'm
pull them.
yeah, we can pull them. They can either hold on to it, or if it's the
So you're
first,
already expecting it. Okay.
it
We're gonna be
Bad plan.
prepared in case it does.
Very bad plan.
yeah, yeah. You always have to expect the unexpected, or expect the expected, just in case. Yeah. If it doesn't happen, cool. But if it does happen, well, then you've already expected it.
So I'll go over first with the rope.
Resi nods. Is like it would be either you or me, or she kind of looks over, uh, uh, Ariel, but someone who's pretty good with footing needs to be the first across, um, and then the last across.
Don't forget to vote in our
I'll go.
poll in the chat.
Oh,
Wow.
Where's Ariel?
I mean, dang, I'm guessing Celine voted. Sadly,
What
it would
the
only
hell?
let me pick 5 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, poll it had like a max, and since you guys are the main ones,
Fair.
I figure she'll probably be like the last one holding the rope
I
to go
figured that was like it's
across.
probably gonna be Resi,
Oh,
but
or
I
yeah,
yeah,
vote
I
for
mean that
myself.
honestly works too. But yes, get some votes in there.
I'm gonna
for
vote for
Celine.
myself.
I'm gonna refrain from voting, even though I have some ideas on who might fall. I'm not gonna say names, but Celine and Remornia.
You're not gonna say names, but
Well, I can't point fingers like I would normally do in these situations. All right, so
That's so
Grax, you
cool.
are going to go first. Grax, I need you to just hit that button for me right there.
I don't want
Grax,
Brax
everyone,
breaks the bridge.
the people in the poll are believing in you right now. So you have no votes that they think you're going to
to.
fall. So
Blind or just.
you just
Just
hit the
click on
button.
it.
You'll know. It doesn't need to be blind because yeah, you'll know immediately if you make it or not.
Oh, nice.
Grax,
Nice.
you are basically a
I just run
contender
over.
for American Ninja Warrior as
oh,
you
you
kind of like
absolutely have
look
to.
at it, you watch the sway of the bridge, kind of taking it in, plotting the course through this obstacle in your head, and you just kind of just go at it. Bouncing over boards that you think don't look sturdy enough, and kind of using the momentum to actually get you across. Um, Potentially much easier than someone that's taking it slow and has more opportunities to fall as you just kind of blitz your way across.
That was my idea. So, oops. Um, yeah, I find. Yeah, I just hold on to the rope and wait for the others.
All right. So who wants to go second?
Resi gives a thumbs up and then just kind of braces herself and holds the rope.
I assume.
I mean, might as well get me out the way, right?
All right. So Remornia, hit the same button for me.
Which one was it again?
It should be the one that
Athletics.
says athletics right above his crit success.
Oh, it's actually up there. I was just going
Yep.
to the dice. Okay, public roll is fine.
Yeah. Like I said, you'll know immediately if you fall. So, um,
You'll scream to your death.
you take a bit more time with it. You're definitely not as gung ho as Grax getting across, but you kind of, you're smart. You watched as he went, kind of studied the route he took across, and despite doing it at maybe half speed, you do get across without any real incident. Um,
I think that's
it
whoever voted
does
for me in chat.
kind of creak and groan a little bit, but yeah, you make it across. Celine, you were voted most likely to fall, but it was a close vote.
I voted for myself.
Oh, well, one of the
Weird.
votes were you then. All right, who wants to go next? If
Oh
not, I'll
boy,
just send Ariel across.
I'll I'll do it.
All right, go ahead. I'll just get her roll out of the way too.
Ugh, fuck.
Nah, she's 100% fine. Um, so Celine,
Oh
you,
boy.
the chat is always right. Step
Yes,
out onto
I
the
knew I was going to.
bridge. Um,
You got a hero point, I
that is
think.
true.
Do I?
You do.
Do I?
I'm
Do
not.
I
I'm
really?
not actually going to take your hero point. Come on. I talk a lot of shit, but I'm not. I'm not actually mean. If you want to use your hero point, you definitely can.
Hmm,
Actually, and
what is well?
Rezi just gave you an extra hero point, so technically you have two.
Well, let's see if I can fuck this up. A little better.
A little better.
Still failure.
A little better. You do still have one more hero point. I don't know
Leslie
if
is
you
yellow.
wanna. I don't. If you want to YOLO them all, you definitely can.
Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, there we
And
go.
you do. You have a. You have a bit of a close call. You're going across. You take a
One tail.
step. You start to put all of your weight down on your right foot when the board breaks away. But you do have the rope you're holding onto, and the step that you are on before you took that step is solid enough. So with the occasional minor mishap like that, you do manage to make it across. Um, I'm it's funny, but I think Ariel could just grab Cinnamon like a football and runs across because she's teeny and weighs nothing. Like anyone could have literally just grabbed Cinnamon and tucked her, like a football, and just charged
Yeah,
across.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, or Cinnamon just like decided to walk along the rope.
that is true because she actually weighs significantly less. So yeah, getting Cinnamon across, I'm not even going to make a roll for. Um, Ariel rolled really good, not a crit like Grax, but I mean, she was like
All right.
8 over the DC.
Well, let's
So yeah,
see if
just a Resi.
Come
yeah.
on, Rezzy.
You guys were afraid. Oh man, that was on a
For
one.
good reason.
That was on the one for a second. I was like, oh shit. Nah, Resi. Having watched everyone else and just being confident in your ability. Um, you don't really have too much issue getting across. It's not like a full on flat out run like Rex or Oriole, but you kind of chalk that up to they have longer legs. It's not fair.
Yeah.
You can't skip 5 steps at a time because you're a little shorter than they are, but you make it across no problem. And yeah, you guys are all across the rickety bridge. So let me check this. You can give yourselves. Oh god, let me do the math on this.
400 experience.
I really should learn the actual XP values versus what is happening. You can actually give yourselves 80 experience for getting across. It was an even
Nice.
level hazard, and you guys do make it across. So that should put you guys what? It's 708.
Yep, 708.
Not
And
bad, not bad.
Resi kind of gives everyone a thumbs up and it's like, see, we didn't end up any wetter than we already are.
Yeah, that's the bridge right there. Celine posted in Discord. That's pretty accurate. All right, it's not
Yep.
quite that bad, but all right. So you still have you are moving a little slower because it is wet and everything else, but you can definitely try to get into the next square, either following the coast there, or maybe going down there, or you can just go fuck YOLO into the woods.
Uh, hmm.
So we have I'll just lay them out. We have option 1, option 2, and option 3.
I say we follow the river, and then we can decide to go um,
So three.
west if we need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with that. So yeah, option 3.
All right, so you guys want to head down here. All right, so yeah, you guys will spend the kind of remaining part into the day following the river. As it gets closer to the end of the day and the sun begins to descend, you guys will eventually come to this fork in the river, where it kind of heads off to the. Well, what actually happens is the river basically comes down from where you guys are, kind of southeast, and this other river comes down from the southwest, and they both flow into this river, which goes right south into the lake there. Um, Let me roll my little check here. Um, as we move our day forward, we'll see what the weather's like the next day. Hopefully, it's a nice day for exploration. It is.
I'm going to spend some time while we set up camp and stuff to catch some fish.
All right. Do you have a fishing pole, or are you gonna do this?
No, that I'm
All right.
fully like
All right.
try to grab it with my
All
claws. I
right.
mean,
D-
we
Doing
hunt
the
with
Mulan.
bears. Yeah, we
narrate this
hunt with
for me,
bears
and
and
depending on how good your narration is, I will set the DC. Lay it on me in
um,
exquisite detail.
Grax goes to the river,
All right.
wades in a little, kind of slips in, um, sits there for 10 minutes or so, and then looks down. He's not looking with his eyes as much as feeling around. And when he feels something brush, he'll like lunge down with his claws and try to grab.
All right. Give me a unarmed attack roll. Like you can just use your actual sheet for it, your normal unarmed attack.
Yeah.
Um, the AC of this fish isn't super high.
I. How do I
All right,
do that
because we
without
need.
combat? Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. We should have on the theater of the mind toggle, but I'm not sure if people have it toggled on. Give me 1 sec though to check this. I might not have it turned on. So there should be a toggle on your sheet that will allow you to do stuff like this out of combat. But let me see if I can remember where it is. I might have to turn it on for you. Give me 1 sec here.
I'm looking. I don't.
Yeah,
See it.
it definitely exists somewhere. It's just actually it might not even apply to attack rolls. What you can do is just roll me a d20 and tell me what your plus is.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to. If you just roll an attack roll, it shouldn't. But
Oh
you
yeah,
don't need to have enough. Yeah, I just did it just fine.
yeah. Just make a claw strike for me. Just hit the strike +9 button there, and your sheet it should be okay.
Hmm.
Resi was able to, and it looks like
Yeah, I don't have.
I can actually do it off your sheet too. Um,
Uh,
Yep, just like that.
well, that was me rolling for him.
Oh, okay.
But no, we'll if you want to keep that roll, that's fine. You will
okay.
actually, um, you're kind of almost like a bear, just in the water, just kind of swatting out a couple fish right up onto the ground there, where your party are still hanging out.
I pretty much do that for the day. Just get enough fish for all of us to enjoy a meal.
All right, yeah. So you guys get some fish, and give me 1 second here.
Don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of dry rations every night.
No, Resi is like, Resi kind of shrugs. Like, food is food, but I'll never turn down something a little more fresh.
Never turned down better food.
Hmm.
What
I mean,
about gathering plant foods?
Can do that too.
Yeah, I mean, if one of you guys want to go foraging, you can give me a blind survival roll.
Do I have that feat? Oh yeah. Actually,
I would have got foraging
I
too,
have
but I
I have
didn't.
this.
Oh, good. Yeah, I
So
almost picked that up instead of the one I took. I'm glad I took the one I took.
so da, da.
All right, and yeah, between cinnamon and resi, you guys do find a number of edible vegetables, berries, and the like to go along with the fish you guys have sourced. So yeah,
Ooh.
Berries and fish.
you guys are gonna have a good meal tonight.
Yeah. And
Maybe some
Resi,
wild potatoes and turnips and
yeah, and Resi's pretty good about making fire even in the rain, like with little covers. So she's she'll get help get the fish nice and cooked for the ladies because she can eat them raw. And she's a
Yeah.
goblin; she doesn't care. But
So can Grax, but yeah.
you guys are monsters.
Well, yeah.
she's a she's a goblin. So like,
I know I wasn't saying it like it was a bad thing. I was just stating, facts.
but yeah, her vote once the new day rolls around is follow the river southwest. So we'll keep on,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move you guys to a map in a second here.
Ooh, a map.
A nice map. All right.
Ominous.
I mean, potentially. Who knows? All right, got you guys on this map. I really should get like a generic camping map ready for stuff like this. I don't have one yet. I'll work on that. And ignore the north part of this map because I'm repurposing an existing map to be the map that we're using for the
Oh,
map because we don't have a map.
we are in break, ad break.
Oh yeah. Go get a drink, go to the bathroom, get a snack. And we'll be back in like, 2.5 minutes or so.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
Exactly. Just waiting to confirm everyone's back, and we'll go from there.
Right here.
I'm back.
All right, I know Lauren's putting a bagel in the toaster. Actually, it probably is already in the toaster, so she should be back in a sec.
The bagels this week, not waffles.
Nah, just a bagel. To be fair, it is a French toast bagel. It's pretty
Hey,
good.
those are good.
Yeah, we saw them at Costco the other day, so we grabbed I think it's like a 6 pack maybe. Froze like most of them, but they're good ass bagels. I'll move you guys over to this map real quick.
Haven't had a bagel in a while.
I love bagels.
They're all right.
Like, I also love toast, so either way, it's like a win-win. Good piece of toast, a good bagel. But you guys are kind of camped out, you know. There is no road, and the river's not right there as per the map, but that's why I said ignore that part. But you know, you guys are settled in, you know, preparing food and the like. And when she gets back, we'll, damn it, I left my water somewhere.
Is it in the machine?
It's in the machine. Do that a lot. I fill up my water and then I just wander off and leave it there.
I know
As one
that
does.
feeling.
Right? Too many thoughts and not enough time. Yeah, we're gonna need like a cool camp map with a bonfire and other stuff. And that cool bear token I found, which I'll put in eventually. Alright, so are any of you trained in cooking? Anyone have the chef AT? Gonna prepare
No.
some Gordon Ramsay
Not at all.
level cuisine right here.
This
With
is
berries
raw.
and fish.
It's raw, and then just punches it and it explodes.
I'm not even trying
Cool.
to crafting, so no.
Oh. Well, actually, does crafting apply to culinary pursuits?
Yeah. Well, yes, because
Oh shit.
yeah, alchemical crafting, even for like those food item goes off of crafting itself. So yes,
Oh.
it
Is
does.
anyone trained in crafting?
No. No.
No, actually, that was the issue with the
That
bridge.
was, yeah, that was the issue with the bridge. None of us were.
Well, what I will allow, I will allow one person. I'll allow 2 people who are going to be in charge of the cooking to roll an untrained crafting check to see if you make something edible or not.
Me and Rezzy, I guess.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I would have picked whoever actually had int for a slight bonus, but you know.
True.
True. I don't know who has the int bonuses here. Let me check.
I mean, do any of you guys have plus int?
Nope.
I mean, I can try, but I don't have a plus in crafting or anything.
All right, well, do it. If you got some int, it might be good enough.
I have none, so.
Is this public? Okay.
Yeah, public's fine.
Oh, you don't have a plus to int either.
Oh,
We're
So-
not a smart
Thought I did.
bunch.
Between the 2 of you, you do manage to, you know, make some edible food. You know, the plating is sloppy. Gordon Ramsay would definitely have sent it back with some scalding remarks, but it's definitely food that can be eaten and tastes definitely better than rations any way you look at it. So, guys do have a nice meal.
No food poisoning?
No,
Sweet.
no food
Success.
poisoning.
Yeah, Resi's like, oh, this is actually pretty nice. It's like she kind of looks over at Morning. I was like, I was like, goblins can eat pretty much anything. So I mean, I just want to make sure it's edible for all of you.
Cracks just nods with a mouthful of food. Mm.
Primordia's like, well, I just tried to remember what I'd seen the servants doing in the kitchens.
She just kind of nods.
All right, go ahead and give me some blind perception checks. You're having dinner just while you're. I assume you guys are still keeping a general lookout. You're not being completely
Yeah.
lax in your bagel eating duties. Just
Anyone
waiting
else?
for Celine and Cinnamon.
Sorry, I just got back in. What are we rolling?
Blind perception.
Okay.
So we're all going blind.
All right.
Vic had too much mercury in it.
Mercury.
So you guys finish up your dinner. You're starting to put up your tents and stuff to rest at the night. As you kind of found the little crossroad at the rivers towards the end of that night. When you hear something, or maybe even some things in the woods kind of thrashing about a little bit.
Maybe if we ignore it, it'll go away.
Resi kind of looks over. I was like, best to have your weapons nearby just in case.
I get up and I somewhat make my way towards the noise a little.
Rex, don't do it.
All right, well, just kind of ping where you want to go.
Just here.
All right, so Grax is going to move kind of up by the log here to look around. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Resi had been setting up her tent over here, so seeing that he's kind of heading over there, she kind of grabs her maul, and kind of would move to back about here to, to keep an eye on him, make sure nothing happens.
All right. What about you, Celine? What are you doing?
Probably setting up my tent as well.
All right, so when you hear this noise in the middle of setting up your tent, where do you think you would be? You did hear the noise out this way to the west. Do you want to immediately run into the forest over there?
I did that once. It still worked out for me, though.
All right, that's why I'm suggesting it. If it worked once, why not twice?
No, I will not do that.
All right, so where are you positioned in all of this? Where are you setting up your tent, and where do you go upon hearing that noise?
Well, the game is paused, so I can't move
Oh,
myself.
no, I'll move you there. Just ping to me where you are,
Me. I can't ping.
Just hold left click.
How do you ping?
There you go.
Oh, there it is. I'll be there.
All right, so you're up here?
Yes.
All right, so you are there. Romarnia, where are you?
I'm kind of setting up me and Braun's tent. Well, my tent, Braun's bed outside my tent. Right.
Okay.
How do I ping again?
Just hold left click. All right, so
Over
we'll
here.
put you and Braun over there, unless you want to be somewhere else away from your tent.
No.
I feel like she's probably around here. Cinnamon, where are you?
She's just kind of watching everybody moving around, especially Grax moving in the direction of the noise, kind of waiting in anticipation for something to jump out.
All right, so where would Cinnamon be? Do you want to be where you are? Do you want to be here? You want to be there? You want to be in the forest?
She'll stay where she is.
All right. So yeah, you guys will spend. You're in the middle of setting up tents and whatnot when you hear this noise, and you catch sight of a large, kind of black, um, furry creature come charging out of the forest.
Is it
This
a boar?
this handsome gentleman right here.
Yes, it is.
So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh, it's just a boar.
He's such a bore.
Or
No, I still had it set to private.
No, you're on the turn order. You're good. I think we just need Celine.
There you be.
Well, I think your mic's off again.
Well, even though it looks like he's stationary, he is currently charging out of the forest directly towards Grex. As your turn.
Grax, I thought you were a hunter. Come on now.
I'm looking at everywhere except for the boar. Oh, it's pretty out.
You're distracted? Yeah. Okay. Cinnamon will move kind of over here. And how far is this guy? 60 feet? Let's see what I can do. She will do the needle darts.
All right, target him for me and roll some needle dart. All right, that is going to be a critical hit. Go ahead and hit that damage for me, and we'll double it. All right, he will take some damage. He's still up as you kind of launch some shards of metal right into his face, which seem to piss him off more as he is charging in. One more action left.
I wonder if I can put Pepper maybe in front of Grax.
I mean, Pepper has, what, 25 feet of movement? You could... Oh, 35 feet. He has 2 actions if you give him one, so...
Okay, yeah. I'll move him. You said 30?
He has 35.
He can move kind of right to where Grax is.
I mean, you could always move up here.
Oh. Actually, oh, I'm clicked on the wrong thing. My bad. There we go.
And he still has one action left.
Um, maybe put him kind of right in the path. Have a bear stance. And that's it.
All right, you want to put the bear in front of it, but not close enough to it.
Yeah.
All right. We will go to the deadliest enemy in the game. The fucking boar. Hmm. The boar is going to run right past the bear and charge the lizard.
He got it out for me.
He will hit.
The bear can't react to him going right past.
No, the bear doesn't have a reactive strike. Grax, you will take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Use 2 actions there. He'll try a third map to kind of gore you again with his tusks. Damn, I am fucking rolling right now, boys. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Wow.
Well, I've gotten one roll
Jeez.
out of 6 so far.
As
So,
another boar charges
me.
in
what?
right
He
at
did say
Celine.
multiple someones.
I did say that there was a noise out there. He will miss you with his charge attack, but kind of brings his tusks back around for a second hit and will miss you twice. You are pretty,
Lucky.
lucky, Dexy, whatever you want to call it. All right, Celine, you are up. This boar is pissed.
I don't care. I'm going to kill it.
All right, damn, so violent.
Force barrage.
All right. How many actions would you like to use? 3?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll damage for me 3 times. That is 1. And 2. And 3. With your weird ass dice that no one can read either.
Sorry. They luck tool.
Alright, he is still up.
Of course she is. I'm so dead.
And that is Celine's 3 actions. What kind of movement does she have? She got 35. Can move there. Demoralize the boar that's going to gore Celine, in theory. She will fail to demoralize
Failure.
it. We'll still get
Rude.
panache for this turn, and then she will move at least to flank it, but that is all 3 of her actions. Here's another boar. It's going to come charging out of the brush as well. They're chargy boys.
They do be chargy, boys.
No shit.
Ouch.
That is going to hurt. For
Oh man.
24.
Ooh, ouch.
Boars are
Are
no
you still
joke.
alive?
He's fine. Well, he's mostly okay. And we'll miss with the second gore attack. Third guy is still in movement, and we go to Rezi.
Yep. Yeah, so she was kind of looking at the other two, just kind of like just as, but then and was distracted and kind of got like severely sideswiped. So, she just reacts, doesn't without hesitation, turns to smack this boar.
All right, that is a hit. Roll me some damage. All right, I mean, a 1 plus 10 still ain't bad.
Yeah. And yeah, just like seeing it hasn't gone down, she just moves to smack it again. Um,
Yeah.
I got 2 hero points. I'll see about re-rolling this one because I still
There you
got a
go.
little bit of. Yeah,
And
there
that
we go.
one will hit. Nice damage. Passability, but still up.
Yeah, and she. No, I mean, I was just double checking, but I was like, nah, this is level 2. There ain't a whole lot else, so yeah, she's just trying it again.
Oh,
Oh,
damn, 0. That's rough. All right, we'll go to Remornia. Remornia, these
okay.
boars are fucking people up right now.
Yeah, question. I know with my heal I can do one with a 30-mile blast. Do I have to be within that 30 miles, or could I target one of them and it goes out from them
No, it's from
30
you.
meters or whatever?
No, it's
So it's
from you.
from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be within 30 of whoever you want to try to heal with it. For the 2
Okay.
action heal.
Okay. What do you guys think? Should I go for an attack, or do you need me to heal you?
You do you.
I mean, you do have act together, so you could move and move Braun with the same act together. That would be 1 action, and you would still have 2 for the heal, but Braun wouldn't be able to attack this turn. But you could at
Okay.
least start moving him into position, and moving
Right.
yourself into position.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's what I'll do is I'll do act together, and we will move.
All right. I think you have what, 30? Yeah, you can move 30, and Braun can move 25.
So I can move 30. That'll put me here.
Yep.
And
And
then
then
Bron
Braun.
can move 25.
Yep.
Okay, so he can just move up right next to me. Okay.
All right. And I think
And
you're within
then
30 of everyone who's missing a life. So yeah, you can heal
okay,
either
cool.
one of them with the 2 action heal.
So I couldn't do the
Couldn't do the.
sorry. I'm looking at the heal. So okay, so I have to do the 2-1. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing to keep in mind too, if you were looking at the 3 action version,
I
it
was.
heals everyone in an emanation around you, and that would include the boar. It doesn't
Oh,
discriminate
yeah,
between
no.
allies
Okay.
and other stuff. It just anyone who's in that radius will be healed unless they're undead specifically.
Okay.
And these are not undead
Then
boars, though that would be
I
sick.
will go for Brax with this heal then.
All right, yeah,
Brax.
go ahead and link that spell for me. Click the 2 action version, and let's get some big heals.
So that goes in chat, right?
Yep, and then hit heal versus living with the 2 little diamonds next to it,
Okay.
and then roll that healing.
Blind or public?
No. It's like all combat stuff is public with the exception of
Okay.
maybe like recall knowledge. And Grax, you will get back 13 points of healing.
Thank you.
All right,
There we
and
go.
that will be Remornia, and we will go to Grax.
I am using Dragon Stance.
All right, go ahead and apply that to yourself. Be one action, two more.
And
Guess so we're going to see some flurry of blows.
Flurry of Blows, yes. And I'm going to use Dragon Tail first.
All right. Do still have
Oh,
a
it was
hero
almost
point.
a night. Yeah, I'll use my hero point.
All right, go ahead and re-roll that roll. Like I said, it's a shorter session tonight, so get them hero points out now. And that is
nice.
going. That was a good use of a hero point. So that is hit that critical button for me. All right, not bad. He will take 16 points of damage. He is looking bad off. Give me that second flurry of blows hit.
I'm going to climb.
All right.
Damn it, there's that 3 again.
Yep. Go ahead and link me your stunning blow as well, because you did hit with one of the flurry of blows, so he still does have to make a save. At least I think it's off just one hit. I don't think both hits have to hit to make it.
No.
So
I
think it's stunning strike.
Yep. Stunning blows. It's called.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, just link it in chat for me with the little box at the front.
Trying. Think.
Oh, that's weird. You had. There you go. All right. So he will, if either strike hits, yep, it did. He will make a fort save or be stunned. Okay. Let's see his fort. He's got a pretty good fort. All right. He will save. So yeah, he won't be stunned, but you still bopped him pretty good. And you still have one action left.
Oh, I do. I'll bop him again.
Yep,
I'll try.
Yep. Monks have pretty good action economy.
I will use a claw.
Ooh, man, there's
Damn
a lot of nat ones turning up right now. All right, we will circle back to the start of round 2. Cinnamon, what are you and Pepper doing?
That one cantrip slashing gust, I can point it at 2 people, right?
Correct.
Or 2 boars.
You can target 2 boars with it. Yep. Target the 2 you want, and remember you have to. I think you have to shift click the second one.
Shift T.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
1, 2, 2, 2. Make a spell attack. All right, so yeah, go ahead and give me 2 attack rolls. We'll start with this guy for the first one, this guy for the second. And they are both at the full map. So just hit the attack. Don't use the map button. And, oh shit. Okay, so this guy takes regular damage, and this guy's going to get crit. Roll damage for me. And I assume you roll damage twice. And then and then roll damage for me one more time for the crit on the second guy. And that guy will take. He will go down, but he has an ability that he will use called Ferocity. When he is reduced to 0 hit points, he avoids being knocked out and remains at 1 hit point. So he is still up, but he is wounded 1 because he's fucking pissed. He's literally too angry to die.
Okay.
Apparently.
Apparently, boars are part orc.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Should-
That was 2
She'll
actions. You have
order Pepper
Okay.
over
all
there.
right. Pepper moves into flanking position.
Humans came from apes, boars came from orcs.
Seems legit.
And Pepper will, let's see, do a Jaws attack.
All right. Pepper goes in. Watching this boar fly right by him, like, what the fuck was that? And Pepper will also crit.
Nice.
So hit the critical button.
Correct. All right. So he will also go down to 1 hit point and use his reaction to stay up, but will be wounded 1. And that is Cinnamon's go. We'll go to our boar boy here. His first attack will go to Grax. He will make another tusk. He can't make a charge though, just a regular tusk. He is a monster roller. Jesus Christ.
Good God.
Right? Take 18. He will then make a
Ouch.
second tusk attack as he's kind of, looks like almost like a rodeo bull in place, just kind of bouncing, kicking, and tusking everywhere. Make a tusk at Pepper, and we'll make a kind of final attempt at a tusk at Pepper, and we'll miss the second one. Our other boar up here is going to... He's going to turn around and make a tusk attack at the swashbuckler. And is going to crit her too. Damn, these guys are fucking rolling right now. Oh, shit. She's still up though, but she's pretty fucked up. Turn around and kind of flail around again, much like the other one, and bring his tusks around again.
Oh,
Okay.
And will lay into Celine for 9.
owie.
And he'll try a YOLO final tusk. It's not going to work, but he tried. Celine, you are up. Oh, actually, that only lasted till the end of that turn.
Oh,
What do you do, Celine?
have to do force barrage again.
All right.
All 3.
Now, I do have a suggestion. Normally, I would just see what happens. But
Mm-hmm.
there's something that can be inferred here. As you know, you only get 1 reaction per turn. When your turn comes around again, you can use your reaction again. Now, what we know is that this boar and this boar have used their reactions. Though this one actually did get his... Is it that one? Hold on. No, this one did get his reaction back. But for example, if one of those 3 missiles were to fly this way, he could not use his what's it called again? His ferocity.
Okay.
So
it should target him and the one.
well, like I said, you know for sure he's nearly dead. So putting 1 missile at him seems like a good idea. And then the other 2 missiles is kind of your choice. The potentially logical explanation is to send both at this guy because he can't ferocity twice. So he'll die from the second missile regardless. The alternative is you blast this guy who's not really hurt yet.
Her yet. Okay. All right, so I'll send one to the one that's almost dead, and two to the other one then.
All right. So you don't even necessarily need to roll damage because both will die. And even though he has the reaction back, he will go down because the second missile, he no longer has a reaction to stay at one, and those two will both die.
Nice.
Okay. Want everybody to remember this.
No,
When
it's
I die,
honestly, well,
I'm gonna-
boars are pretty dangerous, but you just have to know that, they only get one
Yeah.
reaction a turn. So focus firing to get ones down that haven't acted yet is a good idea.
Okay, good point.
She can't demoralize him, but she can try to do a tumble through. 14. What is his? She will fail to tumble through. She'll kind of try to do a flip and just kind of hit the back of him with a cartwheel and stay in her space, which I actually think is even funnier. But she still gets that. Man, that swashbuckler change was pretty good. She will try to attack the boar. Oh, she wasn't targeting him, but I think that is their AC. Yep, she'll hit. Do some damage. Take 15. He is still up, though. She's pretty fucking beat up, so she's going to take a step this way to make him work for it if he attacks again. And we'll go to our friend here, who finally catches up and charges out at Pepper.
Of course, there's another one.
All right.
And we'll hit Pepper, but not a critical hit. And Pepper will still take 13 points of damage. And he did have to use a move to get there and then charge. So that is all of his. We'll go to Rezi.
Alright. Rezi will let me. Will notice that Celine has kind of helped her out. So he's gonna rush over towards her. Flanking would have been 2 movements, so she is going to just move to do that. Move to smack this guy.
And that'll hit. Barely, but it does hit.
Good.
Well, the number of ones being rolled tonight is kind of insane. He is still holding on.
And then
That will also hit.
there we go.
He will use his reaction to stay at 1 hit point and will be wounded 1.
Okay.
And we will go to Ramornia.
Okay. I think I'm going to do. I'm just checking. How far would that be? That's too far.
You really just need to get right here.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah, he can move there.
Okay, that is it. Okay, so typical summoner stuff. Boost him and move him.
All right, yeah, go ahead and drag the effect onto him and send him in.
Oh, whoops! I did it twice. My bad.
No, you're good.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, and we will.
Oh shit, he dead as fuck. But roll me some damage anyway.
Nice.
Critical damage just because it is a.
It is,
crit.
yeah. It's critical damage for sure.
Even
I mean, he's only got 1 hit point and no reaction again, so he only
It's like-
needed one to die, but
One.
he will die.
Not today, Satan.
And let me go ahead and apply it. Oh wait, I'm trying to do it on the stream view, and I'm wondering why I can't apply the damage. And he will go down. You still have one action left, I believe. Act together to move, boost. Yeah, Bran could still move closer to the final boar if you wish with the final action, or you can move Remornia with the final action.
I'm gonna move Remornia closer.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna come about here.
All right, so Remornia will move up, and we will go to Grex.
I am going to use battle medicine
Okay,
to try to treat my wounds.
sounds good. Hit that treat wounds button for me. Oh, it's in the chat window.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. All right, you will succeed on your battle medicine, and you will get back 10 hit points. You are immune for 1 day, but you guys are getting ready to sleep anyway, so that's not too bad.
I move.
All right, that's 2 actions, and we all know what time it is.
For my last, I will use my fury.
All right, give that man the flurry of blows.
I will use my dragon tail.
All right, that's gonna hit. Give me some damage. All right, not bad. 10. And give me that second attack. And he needs to make his fortitude save. I'll have him do that. That's gonna hit. So roll. He'll succeed on the fort, so he's not stunned. But go ahead and roll me damage again. He'll take 6 more. Almost bloodied. And we will go back to the top of the round. Cinnamon and Pepper.
All right. One guy over here. And do needle darts.
All right, roll me some needle darts. With the battle cry. That'll hit. Roll me some damage. You also with the weird dice that no one can read. He is past bloodied, but still up. We have 1 action left if you want to command Pepper to maul into him twice.
Pepper, finish him. And Pepper will try to claw this time.
That is going to miss.
Damn it.
Probably want to claw again for lesser map.
Oh yes, got another action.
Yep, he gets 2 when you give him 1, so. And Pepper will unfortunately miss.
Yeah.
And we will go to Celine.
Hey, still alive, huh?
Yep, the last boar
Very
out of the
so.
woods in pursuit is still up, but he's looking a little roughed up. All right, more force barrage. All right, roll me some damage.
Do I need a target on that one or no?
I mean, if you want to see the cool spell effect fly over there.
Oh, that's always cool, yeah.
He is barely holding on, but hasn't quite hit his ferocity yet.
Oh man.
All right, and we will go to hit him with the demoralize. Hit him with a splash attack.
Toi, tu veux bien?
Actually, that's gonna.
Someone doing French?
I'll tell you who wasn't. Me. My French is limited to wee wee and croissant. She'll move.
Sorry, I'm muted.
She'll try to do a finisher. She will hit. He will go to 1, even though it's going to say he died. And he will be wounded 1, but still up. And it will go to his turn. He is frightened, though. He has a number of delicious targets he can go for. He will make a tusk attack at Grax, and I think that's going to barely hit. Damn, he is rolling some fucking damage, though. Ooh, 1 hit point to spare. He will then make a tusk attack at Pepper. And a final tusk attack at Ariel. And he'll hit Pepper for 10. Damn, Pepper also at 1 hit point. It's 1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Looking a little rough. He does get his reaction back. We'll go to Rezi.
Yeah. Time to put it out of its misery. So I can we'll take the next and exactly 25, so just gotta hit. So okay, that's gonna be hero point.
You do have that second hero point. Oh shit.
God damn it.
Well, I'm gonna hit it again at.
Yeah, you do still have another attack at least.
Nope.
Sometimes the dice be like that. All right, Remornia. No pressure, but it's all on you now. Everyone's dying.
We have rubber weapons. It's okay.
Apparently. Oof. Act together, right? Let's do that.
All right, so you and Eidolon both can do something. However many actions it takes is up to you. But what is your plan here?
I am going to try to get Braun.
All right, I mean he's gonna have to double move. I mean he can take 2 of the actions, and you can take 1 action, and he'd still have an action left to bite. But he'd only get 1 attack. But you could have him move there. You could boost him, and he would get 1 attack.
So I can move him and I can boost him?
Yeah, I mean, as part of Act Together, his would be a double movement to get him into position. Your part of Act Together would be casting Boost Eidolon. So the Boost Eidolon in the first move take 1 action. His second move would take the second action, and you would have a 3rd action left.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do that.
4 more boars come out.
17 more boars come out of the forest. No pressure, Braun, but it's all on you now. Life or death. Oh, that's a critical, so...
Oh, so roll the critical button, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, because he did get his reaction back, he will stay at 1, but he does go to wounded 2, and he no longer has a reaction. So just 1 person needs to hit him. No pressure, Grax, but it's all on you now. And if you fail, no pressure, Cinnamon, but it's all on you now. And if you
Oh.
fail too, Celine, no pressure. But you have Force Barrage, so you'll be fine.
Flurry, tail strike.
All right. This could be it. This could be. Wow.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
The number of nat ones going on right now seems too damn high. It's all right.
Things going to
It
dice
does.
jail.
You do got the
Claw attack.
Give me the claw. Oh shit! Yeah, that's gonna hit. And he will go down. Oh, I should have left them there to auto give XP. Hold on, now I gotta go. I gotta go calculate again.
Well, we have dinner.
That is true.
I mean, we already
And
had dinner,
bacon.
but we have more dinner.
We have more damage.
We have bacon.
That is
So,
true. You have boar belly and everything. Give
So question, since
yourselves. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was like,
Since we're out of combat now, could I get all the damaged people together to do that group heal now?
yeah, you definitely could.
Yes, please.
Everybody get together.
And
Everyone
also
group up.
go ahead and give yourselves another 120 XP. Should be at 828.
Okay, we're still in combat, so I can't move.
Oh, yeah, let me
Yeah.
end that. Hold on. Hold on. We're out of combat, and Ariel's just going to go limp to the log like,
Okay, yep,
Oh.
everybody,
How
I'm
much?
sorry,
is
kind
gather
of cut
up.
out there. What was the XP?
120. You should be at 828.
828.
All right, hit that 3 action heal for me, and let's get a big number here. Or at least not another fucking 1. Hit the roll
So
damage
roll
healing.
damage.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
if there were undead, it would damage them. It won't damage everyone else, though. Not bad. So everyone gets back 7. You can just click that, click heal to yourself.
I'm at 8 now. Yay.
Hey.
We'll just send these out to the people who aren't hitting it. We'll blast them.
I already did mine.
Yep. Is that people looking a little better? Like I said, you guys were settling in for the night. Between medicine checks and everything else, you guys can just go back to full. You guys will spend some time before bed carving up the boars.
Yeah.
I know a
I'll
number of
do
you are
that.
trained in medicine, and you can do it, on each person once an
Bacon.
hour. So, it's reasonable to assume you'll get back to full before the night is over.
Yeah.
So go ahead and heal up, and we
That was just to make sure everyone stayed alive while they were healing.
yeah, and we will. This is where we're gonna pause for tonight. I know it's a little shorter
Okay.
than usual, but I am kind of out of it tired. So, and we'll pick back up next week from just going from after the boars. So, yeah, you can
All right.
rest your sheets if you have spells. And yeah, we'll throw a
Good
raid.
sesh.
Throw a raid at somebody. It was a little shorter tonight, but you know what? Not every session has to be a 4.5 hour mega session.
Why not?
I mean, honestly, I feel like I just feel bad, I think, a lot of times, because I know Celine, I think, is on East Coast time.
And I am too.
Oh, yeah, both of you guys are. So, like, when we end and it's like fucking 10:30, 11 here, means it's like, 1:30, 2 a.m. there. So,
I'm always the earliest. I'm West Coast. So
yeah,
it's all,
that's what I'm
like,
saying. We're West Coast too, me and Lauren. So, for us, it's like, yeah, no, we're gonna end at like 9:30. But I know for everyone else, that's like, 12:30 in the morning. So,
Yes,
Yeah.
me for one.
yeah, we'll raid. We'll throw some Dorito chips, and then
Ooh,
I want Doritos.
Oh, it's a raid. We got a raid.
I had some actually.
What's up, Malik?
Simply Doritos. White cheddar nacho. No,
I like never think about it when I go to the store, but when I come home and then someone talks about Doritos, I'm like, that sounds good.
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, it's all good for the shorter sesh. It was still fun,
Yeah.
and and yeah, I was like, is any? I know this is like partially the other group and partially this one, but is there anyone planning to grab the Starfinder book?
Can be pretty nasty.
I probably will at some point. To be honest, if you wanna grab it, that's fine. I assume that Luke is going to probably find the bootleg pirate version.
Okay.
I'll send it to you if I mean you probably ask me to send it to you too, but
Yeah. No, like if he's gonna grab it that way, I
like
might just bug him for it.
he generally grabs like
They're nasty. Imagine
every book
you did